Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back. So we'll probably be working up with our website, and then we're going to be working up with the designing part. So let's just come up here. Let's go to getbootstrap.com. Okay, and what we have to do, we need to grab a nav bar because we need the first thing to be the nav bar here. Okay, you can also go ahead and you can put your nav bar in the container if you want to. So it totally depends upon you. Should we be using this nav bar? Okay, let's just use this, okay? I'm just gonna come up here. I'm gonna come up here. I'm gonna copy. And I'm gonna say that it should be right here in the nav, okay? Everything is right here. I'm just gonna grab this thing just to give some spaces so that it should look much cleaner, okay? And this is my nav bar already. Now what we have to do is that we basically have to go in and we have to work up at the styling part. So for the styling, we'll be coming up here and we'll be saying navbar dark and BG dark, and come up here and see our website. And this is how you can see our website is looking. Okay, I can just go and I can just reset this so that you can see how does it look. Okay, we also have a drop down ready as well. Okay, but the drop down is actually not working. And the reason for that is because we have not actually implemented these things. Okay, you can see that these are actually in the JS folder. So we have to write here JS slash, and then same like this, we have to write here JS slash, and we have to write here JS slash. If you find this mistake, good job. Okay, I'm just gonna come up here and I'm gonna save it and I'm gonna refresh. And now let's click here and you can see this drop down is actually freaking here totally. Okay, so this is freaking perfectly accurate, and you can see that here is going to be the nav bar. So we can go ahead and we can just write our link here. If we were going to build a basic normal website, okay, so I'm going to say my dynamic site. Okay, and I'm going to come up here, I'm going to save it, and you can see this is right here. So here we have the home, here we have a link, here we have a drop down, and here we have a link to save also. I'm just going to come up here, I'm going to go down, and I'm going to also first remove this disable link. Okay, and I need to bring this to the right, but I think it's totally okay. You can bring this to center by just writing here mx-auto, which I've already told you about this class, okay? So you can use this class and you can just make sure that your link is actually in the center, your logo is there, and your this search box is actually here. So you can see this is right here. Our drop-down menu is also ready. Now what we basically have to do is that we have to work up with the links, but we'll probably be just leaving it right now. And we're going to be working up with the next part that we have in here. Okay. And what we will be doing for right now is that we have to come up here and we have to create a new file. Okay. And we have to save it. Okay. How we're going to save, we're going to just save this in the include. And we're going to say nav.php. And now what do I have to do? I have to go to the index.php and I have to come up here and I have to just cut it. I have to go to the nav.php and I have to paste it and I have to save it right now. So now what I will be doing, I'll be just coming up here and I'll be saying navigation bar here in a comment, which is HTML comment. And I'm going to say question mark PHP include underscore once. And I'm going to say that I want to include this in the includes folder. Okay, I have the nav.php. So I'm just going to come up here and I'm going to refresh. And you can see this is still here and it's totally working. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to be coming up here and I'm going to be just copying. And I'm going to say navbar and here. So this is right here. Now what we have to do, we just have to go to the Jumbotron. You can also use the Jumbotron, but I'm just going to be using the Jumbotron. You can see this is right here. So you can pretty well go ahead and you can just write anything, okay? I'm just going to be using this Jumbotron here, okay? Or you can use this fluid Jumbotron. Okay, so I'm just going to come up here. I'm going to copy. I'm going to say this thing, and I'm going to just paste it right here. And this should be here. And I'm going to save it. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to refresh. And you can see that here we have the fluid jumbotron. This is everything. And I can go ahead and you can pretty well just change anything if you want to. Okay, you can also just go ahead and you can include that in the file that we have in here. Okay, so you can do that if you want to, but I think okay, let's just go ahead and let's include that. So I'm just going to come up here and I'm going to create a new file. And this file is basically going to be functions.php. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to go to includes. Okay. And in this includes, I'm going to say that I want to include a functions.php. And in here, I'm going to basically start my PHP. And I'm going to end it. So my first function that is going to be probably function main head. Or you can just call it as jumbotron. Okay, add underscore jumbotron. Okay, just come up here, and what we have to do is that we have to just write here echo. And here what we have to do, we just have to go ahead and we have to write here this thing, or we can just come up here. Yes, just paste whatever we have in here. Okay, so this is right here. I'm just going to come up here. I'm going to just bring it here. I'm going to save it. And I'm going to come up here. And I'm going to just first include the functions.php. So I'm going to come up here in the first thing. And I'm going to say PHP. And here we're probably going to include everything. So we're going to say include underscore ones. And this is our functions.php in the includes folder. So in the includes, we have function.php. And what this fluid jumbotron will do is that this fluid jumbotron will just echo thing. So I'm just going to write here question mark PHP. And in here, I'm going to say add underscore jumbotron. Okay, and I'm going to just end this here. So I'm just going to come up here and I'm going to refresh. And you can see this is right here. So in the includes, we basically cannot go to function.php. Let's just come up here and okay, this is what we have is here in the functions.php. Okay, just add functions.php, save it and refresh. And now you can see it's totally coming up here and it's right here. So you can go ahead and you can now go to functions.php, and in the add jumbotron, you can do pretty well anything that you want to do with this thing. Okay, so now in here, basically what we have to do is that we have to show, we have to basically create a container, and in that container, we will be showing all the posts that we have. Okay, so the post that we will be showing will be like totally like a blog. If I just go to blogs, okay, or sorry, if I just go to I download blog, just basically, okay, this is basically my favorite blog that I mostly use. That is why this is in my mind. So I'm just going to open up. I don't have any affiliation with this blog, but you can see that this is like a blog. And here in the front page, in the first page, basically, they post something like they post about this thing. Okay, the title is here. This is the post. And then this is, you can see that this is written by this author. And if you leave a comment, and you can see this is right here. Okay, so something like this, we have this hit here, we have this image, and we have this, and we go down, and you can see this is how basically this blogs looks like. So if I just go ahead and I open up any of the posts, okay, it's basically going to redirect me to the post, and here we have the title of the post, here we have the image, and here we have the full content that we have for the post. So we're going to be creating up something like this, okay? We're going to be building up a website like this, where we have these things. Okay, so let's just come up here and let's work with this posting, and we're going to design our post basically thing here. So for the blogs, I think these cards will be perfect, okay, because we will be grabbing these cards, and here's going to be the post title, okay, here's going to be the post title, and then here's going to be the content, and here's going to be the link that is going to take us to the post. Or you can also, if you want to show this author name, you can also pretty well go ahead and you can add a card subtitle like this, okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to come up here and we're going to copy this. okay? And we have to come up here to the home page, and we have to say that we need to just first add a div, okay? And what this div will do is that this div will have a class container. Okay, and now here we have to go ahead and we have to paste our card here. Okay, so let's just come up here. And you can see this is right here. If I just go ahead and I just refresh this card, you can see that here I have this card right now. So I can just go ahead and if I want to add a card subtitle, okay, I can definitely go down and I can just look for this card subtitle, and I'm going to see that which card subtitle is. This is below the card title, and it comes with basically it's 6. So you can just come up here and you can copy this line. Okay, you can just copy this line and you can just go down and you can pretty well go ahead same like this. If you just want to add these things, you can definitely add these things as well. Okay, but I'm just gonna go to just my dynamic website, and since I want it to be just very clean, okay, that is why after this at 5, I'm just gonna paste this at 6, which is basically going to be the card subtitle, and here I'm gonna change this to basically post title. And I'm going to change this one to be the author. Okay, and I'm going to come up here and I'm going to refresh, and you can see that here we have the post title, we have the author name, and we have some content, and then we have go to post. Okay, or we can just say that it is going to be the ignore. And now if someone will basically click this button, okay, if someone will click this button, then he will be actually redirected to the post, and he will be actually seeing the full post. So this is how basically we are going to work up with it. Okay, so now our basically the basic thing is ready, and I hope that you guys can see what we're actually trying to do. If you can see a post is going to look like this. If I just go ahead and I just click here, you'll see that I'll be redirected to the post. Same like this, we're going to create this thing, and the person will then able to see everything what he has in that post. Okay, so stay tuned guys, and in the next video we'll be working up with more stuff. Bye bye.